Yes. Hello, Ruchi. We both are assigned a task to introduce journalism. So, do you know what is journalism?
Yes, Rohit. I thought that it is not a big deal because I have read so many journals and to compilation of this journal is known as journalism.
No, Ruchi. The definition of journalism differs from what we think. The roots of journalism lies in the emergence of printing press.
Then what is printing and how it began?
Printing press is a medium to spread the information to masses. How you got? Have you got the idea? Is if it is then if yes, then share some examples.
Then Telegraph, Indian Express, Hindu can be considered the example of this.
Yes, exactly. The printing press was started in 1439 in France by Johannes Gutenberg.
Okay, then what was before the printing press?
Journalism also lies in our daily trivial matters, and there is a popular theory called gossip theory. It is still widely used in today's time also.
Okay, so if we look at the popular newspaper, they also have the element of this gossip and trivia.
Now, Ruchi, I'd like to know more about the definition of journalism.
Of course, according to Oxford Dictionary, the definition says it is the activity or the profession of writing for newspapers, magazines, or news websites or preparing news to be broadcast. So, we can say that journalism is the activity of gathering facts and recording the events, which becomes news later on. Thus, journalism is product of all these activities.
Yes, there are several mediums of journalism like print media, television, and radio. The relevancy of journalism still stands at the top. Even today, people like to read newspapers and listen to radio. Moreover, to that, print media also gives much reliable and transparent reporting.
Yes, as we are going through this era of post truth and misinformation, where the reliance on print media is questioned. As an instance, we both were reported during the Knowledge Week 2020, in which the day Brahma Vihari Swami was invited. The information we recorded was also not much reliable. Not reliable in terms of sitting arrangements data given to us, but as reporters, we experienced how journalism works. Isn't it, Rohit?
Yes, Ruchi. The process of journalism begins with the idea of report writing. As you have mentioned earlier, it is a journalist's duty to collect fair and legible information for reports. Because after all, the role of journalism is to communicate through news to masses.
Right, Rohit. Communication matters the most when it comes to circulate the information and event. Newspapers, radio, and television play a very vital role not only as a tools of journalism but also as a good medium of communication.
Yes, Ruchi, you have mentioned television. As you have mentioned television, don't you think that audience is too much filled with flow of news capsules? And nowadays we also see that news anchors monotonously deliver the news with the package of 200 or 500 news within 5 minutes. Isn't it surprising?
Yes, Rohit. It is interesting to see that fair practice of journalism is somewhat getting forgotten. And among this bombing of news, audience has to verify and filter many important news. And secondly, on a bright note, there are news anchors like Rajat Sharma, Ravish Kumar, Sudhir Chaudhary retain their good practice in journalism by giving the detailed analysis of each and every event. So, Rohit, will you please throw some light on how journalism works today?
Yes, Ruchi, sure. As we are living in 21st century, the age of information and data, we rely a lot on audiovisual media like TV, smartphones and internet-based news websites. We also see many news anchors holding smartphone in hand.
Yes, it can be assumed that they might be receiving and checking the information to remain up to date each and every second. Don't you think that anchors also might be using their Facebook and Twitter to handles to spread the news?
Yes, along with news anchors, it is also public's duty and responsibility to cross check the major and burning issues and hue and cry around the news. Rumors travels faster than the truth. We have appropriate example of Palghar mob lynching case.
Yes, as you have said about public responsibilities to verify all the facts, on the other hand, print media as well as audio video media should self check their political and power transparency with governments. It is highly expected from media to remain unaffected and unbiased from money, power, and religion.
Yes, indeed, Ruchi. If we look at the current scenario of journalism, transparency and harmony in fair reporting is lacking, and internet played key role to provoke violence, hatred, and agony with unrest in society. In this sorry state of journalism, awareness of facts and flaws has become important thinking activity on public's part.
Yes, Rohit. To some extent, it seems that it is just like હાથીના દાંત દેખાડવાના અલગ, ચાવવાના અલગ. Yet we should not forget that teeth for chewing is still there and journalism prevails.
Yes, Ruchi. We will get much more information which is lacking in the field of journalism in our current unit. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rohit and Ruchi. Very well presented.